Hello everyone, my name is Bert Paulson, and for my current event topic, I will be discussing how pro sports leagues and college teams have adapted to COVID-19 regulations and what they have done to help stop the spread. So what are some ways to help protect you from getting the coronavirus? Is it wearing your mask in places? Or your neck gaiters? Is it sanitizing your hands constantly? Or is it wearing disposable gloves when going to the gas station or the grocery store? Any of those are very helpful. Have you ever seen a non-toxic spray that helps decrease spreading any sickness? That's right, the Denver Broncos football team has installed one of these for their players to walk through before they enter the practice facilities. It is a non-toxic spray that mists onto the players as they walk onto the practice surface. Here I will show an image of what it looks like. So according to the Broncos lead reporter, Eric Diala, this spray is called MicroSure and is a non-toxic disinfectant that is used against viruses like E. coli and coronavirus. The spray helps protect the players from contracting COVID-19 by killing microbes and pathogens instantly by forming millions of nanocrystalline structures. Players will walk through the non-toxic spray as they walk out to the practice field for a walkthrough or even a practice. And of course, they're doing other COVID protocols like disinfecting everything that they touch or look at even after practices and workouts. Their temperatures are still being taken and they're doing daily rapid tests before they enter the facilities. The NBA took one of the biggest hits out of all the leagues, as they were in the middle of their season towards the playoffs and they were forced to shut down in March when cases started to rise. They were shut down until the middle of July, and the solution that the commissioner came up with is they would play in a bubble format in Orlando, Florida. The teams whose records were close enough to clinching a playoff spot would be playing in the bubble format. Players had to be tested 3 different times upon arrival, and once they entered the bubble, they weren't allowed to leave. The only time they were allowed to leave was when they were eliminated from playoff contention. There was no fans or spectators allowed during these games until the playoffs had started, and even then the fans had to be tested multiple times. Here's what the arena looked like during all that. So you might be thinking, a pro football team like the Denver Broncos have an upper hand with technology like this because they have the funding for it. And the NBA is a small enough league to where they can place 20 teams in one bubble for a long period of time. But what about the colleges? They're faced with different ways with how they're handling COVID-19 protocols. So that being said, here's what they're doing to help prevent spreading and contracting COVID. College teams are required to do daily testing where they check your head for a temperature and they will ask you if you have any symptoms like a fever, cough, shortness of breath, all the list down of COVID-19 symptoms before you enter the facilities. And some are doing daily rapid tests as well. Everything that they use or even look at once again must be sanitized to the max so there's no problems of possible contamination or spread. With some leagues moving their season to the spring of 21, colleges are also faced with having to deal with budget issues. According to the Time.com, the NCAA is allowing an extra year of eligibility for students who could not compete in the spring of 2020, as that is when everything was shut down. But scholarships have been cut down drastically to help keep a budget well enough to get through the year for schools. Leagues that do decide to play have to lower the capacity of fans so that social distancing can happen, which again is bringing in much less money than a normal season. Thank you for following along with my presentation and current event about how pro sports leagues and college teams are adapting to COVID-19 protocols. Here at the end are my resources, and I hope this helped the viewers understand what is being done so that these athletes can still have a season and continue to live their lives as so. Mask up when needed, sanitize when needed, stay safe. Thank you.